this is the intro. What am I saying? Happy October 1st. The days are getting a little cooler here in Southern California, so that's nice. Today I'm going to be doing an updated room tour, and then I'm also going to show you guys my bathroom and my living room area and kind of show you what I've done with those spaces, even though you don't know the before of them, but they're pretty freaking cute. Yeah, obviously, you know, I live with my husband, so these are our spaces. We live with my parents, and we're lucky enough to have all these spaces of our own. Not everyone is as lucky to have a lot of space themselves when they live with their family, but this is a conscious choice that we're making. We're choosing to live with my parents to just kind of help us set up a better future financially, and you know, does that make sense? But anyway, we choose to live here, and it's not like we have to or anything, so my family is really nice enough to let us stay here. And so there won't be a kitchen tour because that is my parents' kitchen, and I mean, of course I use it and everything, so it's their space too, obviously, so I'm not going to be showing it, but I will be showing you everything but that. So anyways, yes, we will get right into it. Thanks for popping in to see this video, and while you're here, might as well subscribe, like, comment, and all the things. Starting right here is my shoe rack. As you can see, I don't have enough shoes. Haha. If you saw my vintage shoe haul, most of these shoes are in that haul. Right when you walk in, to your right is this area. This is my favorite wedding photo of my husband and I's wedding. And then we have this flower lavender hanging thing with an M on it. That is the beginning letter of my husband and I's last name. And then I have this fake Fender amp, and it holds keys. I don't have my keys right now. My car is actually in the shop, but you just kind of stick them in, kind of like an amp. And then I have my infamous jewelry tree, which is holding all my necklaces I made by myself. Yeah, well, I mean, I didn't make the branches, but I like DIY'd this whole thing. I have this calendar thing, which I should change it to October 1st. Today is Wednesday. And then I have this blue pumpkin and my wallet, my Kindle, and things that you're kind of grabbing outside the door, or when you're trying to go out the door is where I put all these. These are like beanies and hats and stuff like that. These are bathing suits, and down there is like my big scarves and more bathing suit stuff. Moving on over to my closet, this is probably the biggest thing that I've changed. It used to be just one rack, and if you can see, my closet is very tall. It still keeps going, and there was just not enough space for two people because I was pushing my poor husband out of the closet at this point. So we added a second rack down here. We moved this rack that was like here up to that, put stuff on that, and then we added this rack and put all of our hoodies, not hoodies, what are they called? Crew necks. These are all my husband's shirts, his pants and shorts, and these are my tops, and all my cardigans and blazers are there, and my jeans and skirts, or my long skirts, are there. So that's kind of what the closet looks like now. I think it holds so much more now because my closet is half the size of what it used to be at my old house. Okay, down here's a little bed. This is for our oldest male dog, Bub. He is the father of all those puppies in that one video. He sleeps with us because he has anxiety and he does better sleeping with us. So that's where he sleeps, and that is a trash can. And this table and the other side table over there and a dresser in my loft, or living room if you will, is all from IKEA, and I stained them myself. I love the oak, natural oak with a hint of cherry in it, which this headboard started the whole trend of that, and I stained it myself. We have a bunch of like miscellaneous things in there, his wires and things like that. There's stuff in the drawer and his rings and necklaces and stuff. This I think is from Marshall's, and then these lamps and stuff are from Amazon. And then up here is this floating shelf. It in my opinion looks purple. It's supposed to be a dark espresso brown, but it's literally purple. So we're gonna repaint those eventually, but right now they're just gonna be the maroon purple. And this is just my husband's miscellaneous things. He has a tiny little chessboard that I got him when we were dating. It's so cute, reminds me of Queen's Gambit. And then here is my growing photo wall. If you remember last time, the old room tour, it was blank. So there's a lot more updates from that. Here's our bed. It's the same from the old video, except we have a different comforter, and we have Oogie Boogie and a pumpkin there and some orange sheets. So yeah, these are all the pictures. I don't have very many pictures printed, so this is a watercolor thing my husband got for us. It's really pretty. But all these other ones, if it came with a photo in it or like some kind of art or something, I left it in there, so there's not really any kind of theme except for the photos that I have of us. Here is my floating shelf. Again, the purple. I have my little astronaut guy, some strawberries and things like that. And then down here is my IKEA nightstand. I have a bunch of miscellaneous stuff, my books. I'm trying to read the Fifth Wave series. I got about like one chapter into the first book, so that's great. Here's my Walla thing. Here's the thing my best friend gave me. And if you're watching this, you still have not told me what this means, by the way. So here's a reminder to tell me what this means. And down here I have the remotes, two TVs that are, there's a TV supposed to be there, but I took it out. Coin jar, just miscellaneous things I grabbed for, and my snacks, heating pad, and part of my obsession with strawberry shortcake. Here are some slippers, and then this is for like gift wraps and stuff. This is a gift for my younger cousin. Her birthday's in November. Yes, I got it that early, Lil K, so you be prepared. And this is my bookshelf that is very unorganized, so do not pay too much attention to that. So here is books and things that I just kind of threw in there. Here are my windows. Love these two giant windows. Is a dresser that holds my jeans and shorts and like mini skirts. I have all my shirts that I will wear out, like t-shirts that aren't hung up that I would wear out. These are like pants that aren't jeans. Over here I have some sweaters. These are like more sweaters and some button-ups. And lastly, an empty drawer. Wow, amazing. Also to note, I used to have a bunch of storage under this bed for more clothes. But now they're all hung up or in drawers now, so that's nice. So things I have under the bed are more storage things, which I won't be showing because it's not very organized. Okay, starting over here is my second heated lamp. I love it so much. It's beautiful and pink, and I love pink now. And I have this like terracotta little mesh thing in here for decor. I have a little dinosaur Eeyore, love Eeyore, and I have a mirror where you can see you guys. And then you have my jewelry box, again with the natural oak cherry wood thing. Some stuff in there. I have some beautiful gloves that I can't wait to wear. And then these are my notebooks that I'll grab. This is the one that I've had since high school. Has a bunch of stuff, songs I've written in here, things like that. And I love notebooks, but I'm terrible at remembering to write in them. So I'll bring some to church. I'll put that. This is like a travel journal, and this is my Bible. I love the mini Bible. My husband gave it to me. There's a pumpkin, and then this is all my lotions and fragrances and perfumes that I will do on the go. This is my signature scent, Coach Dreams. I think it's Daisy is the perfume name. I don't remember. And some Victoria's Secret stuff. So yeah, this is where I smell good. And then I have some lavender in there. And then this is Fairy Eeyore. If you know me, you know I love fairies. Tinkerbell was my girl. And now I have Eeyore, whom I love, as a fairy. Like, it's literally perfection. Okay, moving over here is my hat and my husband's hat section and my guitar section. And there's a picnic basket back there. So I'm actually selling this guitar. Anyways, there's that. And then I have my dirty mirror. Yay. I have a skincare, what do you call it? Skincare refrigerator that I actually don't use anymore. I gotta start using that again. This is a bag that says love on it. It has my name on it. I used it in high school for just either a backpack or for gym or something. My husband's ties. This is a vintage like bolero that I have that I haven't worn yet, but I'm afraid to hang it up because I don't want it to get ruined. And I need, oh, I can put on my mannequin. I'm gonna do that. I'm gonna put on my mannequin. Anyway, here's some frames that I need to put up eventually on this wall. I just need to really work on it. Moving over here, I have this floating shelf, again, painted a freaking burgundy. But I have Eeyore up there. He's a reindeer Eeyore. I have our anniversary little countdown thing. I have a Just Married candle that my friend got me when we got married. These are unicorn baby's breath. I love them. They're dried out, so they're just there. My Gossip Girl Not Fully Complete series my husband gave me that I haven't even read yet, and then some miscellaneous stuff in there. Here's some hats, beanies, and scarves. This is a kind of like a junk drawer, honestly, of like skincare and stuff like that. That's usually down there. But again, I usually have a TV up here, but it's not very aesthetic, so I took it down so you can see everything behind it. But yes, there is a TV in here. I used to swear by not having a TV in here, but sometimes it's nice to just cuddle in bed and watch a movie, you know? So we do have one in here, and we upgraded our TV in our living room, which was tiny, which is the TV that fits on this. Now it's like a 55-inch one, so it's really nice. These are some of the love notes that I've sent my husband for lunch, and he has sent me for lunch. And this is some skincare. And I have some pictures of my cousins and I, my husband and I. Have this hanger. We have our laundry. I need to do some laundry, as you can see. And our fan, because it gets really hot in here, but I think we're going to put a fan in there. That is the room updated. Okay, so here is the medicine cabinet. It is very unorganized. I am not going to be showing it, but it's a medicine cabinet. You know what that means. I have some fall decor. My mom made these, fun fact. So when her company is up and running, I will let you guys know, and you guys can purchase some digital invitations and eventually physical crafts. So I have this pumpkin and this thing that she made. This is where I have all my makeup, which is really nice. My mom gave this to me, and it's really convenient to just spin it around. I have my foam soap dispenser. I love the foam ones. This is another candle warmer that I have. This is the original one that I have, but I have it in here because the lighting is really harsh in this bathroom. Actually, my friend showed me that trick. So yes, we have that. Have my water pick. And then this is all of our toiletries, basically. It fits more, but it's kind of like all over the place because it's hard to grab things from the back. So this is more of my husband's things out, his water pick, toothbrushes, stuff like that, and skincare, our towels. What's really nice about this bathroom, we really are lucky, is that it is a 2-sink one. So my husband and I have our own sinks, which is really nice. So we have that, and there's storage here. This is like my refills of things. This is really unorganized, but like a bunch of refills of things that we need. And then these are just drawers of stuff that doesn't fit out here. And then that's for our cleaning cabinet. And then this is another thing my mom made. It's really pretty. So I have that out with my husband's corner of things, his sink area. That's me. There's this, it's broken, we have to fix it, but I just have a towel up here. And then I have our weight thing down there. And then I love this basket so much. I got it thrifting, and it's just for like dirty clothes when you're in the bathroom changing. Like when my husband comes from work, he can just change and throw that stuff in there, and instead of having to like walk out to the room, which is the only downside, that this bathroom is not connected to our room. But that's because there's an office next door right here, my mom's office, and technically we share a bathroom, but no one is in that room, so it's just easier to change in here, if that makes sense. And then obviously toilet and stuff. This is refill of like pads and panty liners and tampons and little shavers, so if any guests need anything. This toilet, you know what a toilet is. This is my hanger thing of all of our like hoodies. Right here is the little rack, so there's a second door right here, and then this is my curly hair towel and shower cap. I'm not going to show you the shower because it's literally just a normal bathroom. It has a tub. That's literally it. You don't need to see that. Okay, moving on to the loft. This is our little weight rack thing. There are some weights right there, and my husband left out, so he has to put them back. But this is where we put our weights, right by the stairs. This area is where the toys in my dog's leash goes. We have 3 dogs, so they can hang out in that area, get their toys from there. So there's that. So right when you walk in, this is what you see. To the right is this hanging, like almost like a medicine cabinet, but not. It's like a mirror with storage, basically. So this is, if you want to check last minute how you look, obviously this is very tall for me, but I'm not the average height. I'm 5 foot, so other people need it a little higher, so like my husband can see in this, you know. I have some stuff like to grab, like tissues and like panty liners and glue on the way out if needed, and then this has like little bags and like medication and more hand sanitizer if needed. And then some decor right there. This is like a mini mudroom. There's an umbrella from Knott's, you know, if you need an umbrella. And then there's the shoes I need to fix. And then these shoes I need to let my cousin borrow, so I'm reminding myself to bring them by putting them here. And then this is like tools and stuff that my husband needs, and some things that we need to paint that thing in the room. Stepping over here is, this used to be our bedside table in the room before, but now it's out here. So I have some decor pieces, just miscellaneous, like what is even in here. And then there's some things I need to clear out right here. I've tried to done that before this video, but this is reality, you know, some like snacks and like Lysol, and there's a package right there. Here's our couch. I'm very proud of it because I love the pillow coordination. I love the fall orange and these like checkered picnic vibe things with the little pumpkin on there. So this, fun fact, is half the couch of my parents' couch downstairs, which broke. Like in the back, there's like a little part that's loose, but it does not affect the couch itself. So we took it because, hey, starting out can be hard. So we took this pretty early on, and the only downside is obviously you can see there's an armrest here. There is no armrest here. That's the only thing you can see where it attaches. So that's the only thing, but it doesn't really affect us. It's only affecting people when they come over and they can't sit on that side, but it really isn't that big of a deal. So yeah, we have a little couch because of that. And then this table, I'm so proud of my husband. He made it from scratch. Obviously, you know, he got the wood and nails and everything, and he put it all together. He thinks it looks horrible. I think it looks amazing. It is such a good first table. I get to say that he made it, you know. So there's that. It's a double decker. So under here we have games, my laptop, and some snacks right there. And then up here I have this brown little mesh thing for decor. And then in here I have our coasters and pumpkins, games for our PS5, like the remotes and the remote for the TV, which is this big boy right here. I'll get to that in a second. So here we are. This is the table. It was stained a cherry brown, or cherry wood, but it was too cherry, so I just painted it white. Or we painted it white. So there's that. Moving on this side of the couch is the other side bedside table. This is like for doing my nails, pluckers, and stuff like that. In there, pumpkin, and a lamp. And that's more tools that my husband needs. Right here is a clothing rack. This is for our heavier winter coats and stuff, like his leather jackets and some things for fall and winter and that kind of thing. And then over here it's all my vests. And these are my grandma's vintage dresses that she let me have from when she was a teenager in the 60s. So these are hanging up here. And also, if anything I'm altering and I need to hang it up, I can hang it up here. These are all my husband's shoes. And then this is my mannequin, which I'm going to put that one thing on. Helps me pin things for when I'm sewing and stuff. And then this is my sewing table. This is just like a foldable table with a cloth on it. And then I have storage right here from when I was a kid. And now I use it for my sewing stuff. This is a sewing bag with sewing stuff in it. This is some fabric and clothes I need to alter. Here's a sticker my cousins got me for my birthday, which was last month, a couple weeks ago. And this is where my sewing machine would go, but right now I'm taking sewing classes, so I have to have them in my sewing bag, so that's downstairs. And then this is some stuff my cousins also got me for sewing. I can make some stuff when I have learned. This is where I put like the clips for the fabric, and then these are all the patterns that I have acquired that I will eventually learn how to make. Another lamp there. Our windows. Here is a mirror. A giant mirror right there, again high enough for them to see. Also, there is a happy birthday sign right there that my husband put up for my birthday. Moving on from here is, this is like my area where I am going to go out the door, where I have all my stuff that I would put in my purse, hand sanitizer, sunglasses, umbrellas, a pad, mini mirror, sunglasses, charms to put on my bag. This is something my friend gave me, and I just put lip glosses and stuff that I would need in there. This is like chapsticks and a little perfume that my friend gave me in there, and lip oils that I can grab. And then these are some books that I need to read. This is the complete book of sewing from, I think, the 60s or something, or the 40s, 50s, I don't know. I have to look at it, but it has so much info in there. But after my sewing class, I'll look at it to see kind of what it has in there. And yeah, this thing opens, it has more sunglasses, it has all these things that I can grab for my purses, which is where all my mini purses, like my shoulder bags, are. This is more shoulder bags in here. And lastly are my like crossbody and totes, that kind of thing, are in here. So I grab my purse and I fill it up, and then I head out. So that's kind of where that is. This is also from IKEA. This is the one I was telling you about that is the same from my bedside tables. I stained this, as you can see. I missed a spot. This is not stained. I forgot it. So there's that. And then moving on right here, I have all of my frames, thank you, that I need to hang up and put pictures in. So they're all sitting right there. As you can see, I love that wood. And then right here is more blankets people can grab under there. Is a heated blanket that I like to use when it gets colder. I have Burley and Birtle right there, and Woolly. And then here, this is when I was back in school. So this is a project that I did when I was in school. But this is all my school supplies and things that I had to do for labs and stuff. So that's all in there. So that's where all that would go. There is a shredder right there. This is the office that my husband uses for his nerd stuff or for anything like that. This is what I used when I was in school, but I'm not in school anymore, so it's more his thing. And then when I start gaming, yes, I'm gonna start gaming, I will use this setup, and I will stream or I will post gaming videos in my second channel. So this is the office. My cousins got this for my birthday. It is strawberry shortcake. I love strawberry shortcake. It has the keyboard, the mat, and the mouse, which is really nice. Have some of my husband's nerd stuff, some receipts, things like that, a picture of us, his dice, and then these are our 2 monitors. And over here we have little Eeyore. This is more storage, stuff from school, my old keyboard, things like that. And then this is my whole cupboard that my husband uses with all his books and nerd things and all that stuff, all organized, all for him, that he can just kind of put away and grab. Those pink things are from my birthday. My husband put them out for me. It was really sweet of him. Back here, dun dun dun, is all our storage. So yes, it is a mess back there. I mean, it's not a mess technically. It looks like a mess. It is all organized. I don't know if you can see all those baskets and bins and stuff, but that is all our storage stuff. It's mainly decor for other seasons and kitchen things. Like I said, we use my family's kitchen, so I just use their pots and pans, and I'd save those for when we have our own place. But that is behind this gorgeous little room divider thing that I got from, I think, Walmart. And it's perfect. It hides the mess. We have our suitcases there too, as you can see. And it just makes the room look less cluttered. I have a blanket rack thing here, which is really nice. And then I have this, which is for storage, but this is more stuff I need to alter and things like that. It's random miscellaneous. We just got this clothes rack right there. And then this is from our wedding. It was in our bedroom, if you remember, but now it's out here, and it holds all of my Valentine's and strawberry shortcake stuff for this February coming up. In here, storage. I have some pillows, and this is like a random basket I have in here that has like electronics and stuff. I have to figure out what to do with this, but it's just kind of thrown in there. And then I have this open area right here because I didn't want wall-to-wall storage, so I have some, what do you call that, wrapping paper for Christmas. And yeah, so behind here is all of our storage. It is pretty organized. It's just there's a lot of stuff on top that I don't have bins for, so that's why it looks a little bleh. But either way, you can't really see it unless you look through the cracks. Last but not least is this table that I got for $30 at a thrift store. It is beautiful. I love it so much. It has our giant TV on it, obviously, but also has our PS5, which we call Panda. And then down here, there's supposed to be a watering bucket thing with fall decor in there, but my mom hasn't made it yet. So Mom, if you're watching this, please make that for me so I can put it there. And then I have this little rack thing with all of our love movies on here and all of our favorite movies, because we're collecting movies. And these are our faves on here that we've found so far from thrifting, and I'm still waiting to collect more. I want the second of the Sisterhood of the Traveling Pants. I've only been able to find the first one, so I'm trying to find the second one so bad. And that's there. And then also, I don't know if I showed, but this is another rack of all our other movies and show series things. I have 2 Strawberry Shortcake DVDs from when I was a kid right there. And these are more movies that we like, my husband and I. This is the view from the front. And I have some lace detailing right there. But yeah, that was from a thrift store. This is my husband made. Those were, I think, from Target. This, I can't remember. I think it was from Target, IKEA, and IKEA. A lot of it's from IKEA and Amazon and stuff. But that is the living room loft tour. So thank you for watching. As you can see, there's been a lot of updates in just this room alone. And our loft, we call it a loft because it is a loft, but it's our living room. There's a lot of changes that have happened. Obviously you don't know the before, but let's just say it was not great. So it looks a lot better now. It is a big area, so it's nice enough that we can fit storage, my sewing area, our living area with the TV and things, and an office all in there. It's really nice, and I'm so grateful that we have all that space to be able to do that. It's been really fun decorating. I love interior design, oh my gosh. And I just decorated for fall, so yes, I'm sure there's gonna be plenty of more things I will do as we stay here. And then once we move on, then I will do the same thing to the next space. So I will keep you guys updated on that. But thank you for watching this video. Please like, comment, and subscribe. Stay tuned for my gaming channel. And yeah, thanks for watching this whole video. If you did, love you. and I'll see you in my next one. See ya!